Chapter 20. Officer Costa smiled as Royo approached her desk. Somehow she was still happy to be a cop. Though her contentment wasn't quite infectious, it did take a little of the edge off Royo's surliness. He figured he must subconsciously like her uncalled-for optimism, since she'd become his go-to staff when he needed assistance. That, and she was proving competent beyond her years and experience. "Good afternoon, Detective," she said, glancing up from her computer as she clickety-clacked away at her keyboard. "What are you working on? Anything important?" Costa stopped typing, sat back and folded her hands on her desk. "Nothing that can't wait. You need me, sir?" "Something came up at trial today. More evidence that Sanders might have had something to do with Cassidy Brannigan's death. Tresser signed an affidavit stating that he went after Sanders as revenge for the way he abused Brannigan. He suspected Sanders was somehow involved in her death." Costa cocked her head. "I thought Sanders killed all three guys." "He did. It's a long story. Well, it's a short story, but it doesn't matter. My point is the two cases are definitely connected. I'd like to try to get Brannigan's medical records if possible. At the very least, let's check the autopsy report again. All those old bruises and breaks, maybe they aren't that old after all. Or maybe Sanders knew her longer than he's letting on. He certainly has a temper and may be prone to violence. His reaction to the break-in definitely shows he has it in him to deal out some hurt." "I'll get on that right away, sir." "Nope, that could wait until we get back. Grab your coat." Costa did as ordered without question. After stopping at his desk for the case file and walking out to the parking lot, they got into his Charger and headed off. On the way to Sanders' apartment complex, he filled her in. "We asked Sanders' neighbors if they'd seen Morton Tresser and his goons around before. Some witnesses thought they had, but we never really locked down when or with whom they might have seen them. If they were Brannigan's friends, that would bolster Tresser's testimony and cast a more negative light on Sanders' relationship with her. It's all one man's word against another's right now, something Sanders is quite familiar with, and it seems more likely that even if he'd been involved, he may only have driven Brannigan to suicide, not actually killed her himself. Except..." "Go ahead." "Except for the bruise on Brannigan's cheek." And the placement. Royo remembered how Brannigan had lain on her couch with